Hey bro, I can't find our song on Spotify. Yeah, that's because it's not on Spotify yet. It's on YouTube. They made a full video of us and put it up for the 10 times tables. What? That's the best. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to go have a watch and then I might watch this story after that. Yeah, good idea. Check the link in this episode description to find the video. 10 times Chimp Brothers. Enjoy the story.
One day, two kids named Rocco and Rafi were asleep in their beds. Now, it was the middle of the night and they were fast asleep. Very, very, very quiet. But all of a sudden, there was a very loud noise. What is that? Said Rocco, waking up and throwing back the covers. I don't know, said Rafi. It sounds like it's coming from outside. Both the boys raced over to the window to look out. And there, outside their window was... Is that a spaceship? Said Rocco. I think it is, said Rafi. Hello, said a little green man from inside the spaceship. Who are you? My name is Beepo. Are you Rocco and Rafi? Yes, we are. What are you doing here? There is an emergency and I need your help. Really? Said the kids. Quick, go ask your mummy. Okay, said the kids. So they raced in to tell their mum what was going on. Mum, there's an alien outside our window and he needs our help. Okay, said their mum. His name's Beepo. Oh, Beepo, said their mum. Quick, you better go help him. Do you know Beepo? Oh, that's a secret. What? Said the kids. Quick, go! So the boys raced back to their room. Okay, Beepo, we can come. Hooray! Said Beepo, as he pointed some kind of strange gun towards them. Is he gonna blast us? Said Rafi. I hope not, said Rocco. But as Beepo blasted the gun, their window disappeared. And then he pressed a button and... An extended path came out of Beepo's spaceship, and the boys climbed out their window, walked across the path, and climbed into the spaceship. Hooray! Okay, boys, are you ready? We don't know. How do we know if we're ready? Quick, sit down. We need to go. Okay, they said. They sat down in two seats. Press the buckle up button, said Beepo. Which one's that? They looked down. There was control panels next to their seat. There's one here that kind of looks like a seatbelt. No, not that one, said Beepo. But Rafi pressed it anyway. Beep! All of a sudden, instead of a seatbelt, string cheese started pouring out the sides of his chair. What's going on? He said. That is the cheese button. Very handy, but not as a seatbelt, said Beepo. Tried this one. Beepo pointed at a different button. The boys both pressed it and seatbelts strapped them to their chairs. Let's go, said Beepo, and the spaceship flew off into space. As it was flying through space, the boys were looking at Beepo. Beepo, what's this emergency? What's going on? Well, said Beepo, for some reason there is a very special planet that has lots and lots of asteroids heading straight for it. We have been sent to try and work out what is going on and to try and fix it. Asteroids, said the boys. Yes, they can be very, very dangerous. I know. We better make sure that we stay clear. How long until we get there? Said Rocco. We're here, said Beepo. Wow, said Rafi. That was really quick. Yes, my spaceship is very, very fast. As they looked, they could see the planet. And they could see a whole cloud of asteroids in the distance heading towards them. That looks incredible, said Rocco. Yes, said Rafi. There's so many asteroids. I know. We better try and stop them from hitting the planet, said Beepo. Yes, said the boys. Quick, let's go get a closer look. A closer look at the planet, said Beepo. No, said Rafi. A closer look at the asteroids. Oh, good thinking, said Beepo. As they flew the spaceship very, very carefully out towards the asteroids, the boys started to notice something. Rafi, said Rocco, do those asteroids look a bit different to you? They do, said Rafi. They almost look like... Is that popcorn? Said Beepo. It is popcorn, said Rafi. They looked And it wasn't a whole bunch of asteroids, it was a whole bunch of giant pieces of popcorn. What is a giant popcorn doing in the middle of space, said Rocco. What are hundreds of giant popcorns doing in the middle of space, said Raffi. I don't know. Maybe we should follow the trail of popcorn to try and work out what is going on. Good idea, said Beepo, but we could have some fun with this as well. Fun, said Rocco. Yes, we can use it as an obstacle course, because if popcorn hits our spaceship, it won't do any damage. But how do we know it's not really, really hard popcorn? Maybe we should do some testing first. Good idea, said Raffi. Yeah, said Rocco. Let's test. Okay, boys, spacesuits on. Where are our spacesuits? Said Rocky. They are built into your seat. Press the spacesuit button. Is it this one? Said Raffi, pressing one of the buttons. No, not that one, said Beepo. All of a sudden, a fishbowl came out of the ceiling and landed on top of Raffi's head. Wow, said Raffi, as he balanced the fishbowl there. What is this? That is Jeffrey. He's my goldfish. Nope, said Jeffrey. How do I get him off my head? Hold still, said Beepo. Beepo walked over and picked up the fishbowl with Jeffrey inside. Okay, Jeffrey, back inside. He put it back inside the hatch in the ceiling. Okay, now press this button, said Beepo. He pointed at a different one. The boys both pressed it, and their seats started to grab hold of them. Whoa, it's getting tight! Don't worry, said Beepo. As it got tighter, it clung to them and turned into a spacesuit. Now we are ready. Where's your spacesuit, Beepo? Said Rocky. I don't need one. Are you ready? Let's go outside. Okay, said the kids. So, Beepo opened the hatch on the side of the spaceship and they went out towards the popcorn. Said Rocco. As he started to move closer, he used his little rocket blasters to be able to fly around through space. This is so much fun, said Raffi. I can't believe we're in space, said Rocco. Space is lots of fun, especially when weird things like this happen, said Beepo. Let's go check out the popcorn. As they got closer, they looked at it very carefully. Let me try touching it, said Raffi. He tapped it. It's soft, he said. How soft, said Rocco, as he used his rocket blasters to bump straight into it. Poof. As he did, the popcorn bounced out of the way. Oh, hooray, said Beepo, as he rolled over towards it and poof, knocked another piece of popcorn out of the way. It's soft! Obstacle course time, said Beepo. Quick, back to the ship! The boys flew back to the ship, and Beepo flew in as well. As they went back inside, the boys' seats turned back into seats and clicked into position. Beepo was in the driver's seat. Okay, time for you to drive, Rocco. What? Said Rocco. Yes, you can avoid the obstacles. Hooray! Hooray! That sounds like so much fun. Hooray, said Rocco. He swapped seats with Beepo. How do I fly? Have a look. Hold this steering wheel right here, and this is the go button. Okay, said Rocco. He pressed the go button. The spaceship started blasting straight towards the popcorn field. As he was flying towards it, he used the steering wheel to guide himself and the spaceship around in between all the pieces of popcorn. They followed the popcorn trail right the way to a different planet. It seems like all the popcorn is coming out of that planet, said Raffi. Yes, said Beepo. Let's go investigate. Rocco flew the spaceship down towards where the popcorn was coming from. When he got there, there was two funny-looking men. One had very long arms and very long legs, and the other one had a toolbox and seemed to be working on some kind of machine. No, they need to be bigger, said the long-armed, long-legged man. I'm doing everything I can, said the other one. Bonigo? Dingy Whopper, said Beepo. Oh, hello, Beepo. What are you doing here? Are you making all the giant popcorn? Yes, how amazing is it? We need all the giant popcorn for a giant popcorn party, said Thingy Whopper. I'm making the machine, said Benigo. I have been doing lots and lots of experimenting. You're making popcorn asteroids. They are about to crash into a planet. What? Said Benigo. Oh dear, said Thingy Whopper. We didn't think about that one. Yes, we need to get rid of them, because even though they are soft, if they enter the planet's atmosphere, who knows what will happen? What are we going to do? Said Rocco. I don't know, said Raffy.
I know,
Said Beepo.
it is time to test out my spaceship's blasters.
Said Beepo. Blasters, said the kids.
Hooray! I have been looking forward to using these for a very long time.
Don't blast my popcorn, said Thingy Whopper.
Thingy Whopper,
Said Beepo.
we need to protect the planet.
And I can modify this machine so that the giant popcorn does not get pushed into space. Okay, you two go do the blasting, and I will do the modifications. And we will have a giant popcorn party! Hooray! Said Thingy Whopper.
Bye, Thingy Whopper. Bye, Bonigo,
Said Beepo. Bye, called out the boys. See you later, called Thingy Whopper.
I need to get to work,
Said Benigo as he started tinkering with the machine. With that, the boys jumped back into the spaceship.
Here you go, boys. Grab one of these each.
He handed them 2 joysticks. What do we do with these? All of a sudden, a screen came out in front of them.
Blast the popcorn,
Yelled Beepo. So as Beepo flew the spaceship through the middle of the popcorn asteroid field, the boys used the joysticks to control the blasters to blast every piece of popcorn into tiny little pieces. Pew, 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 pew. Pew, 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 pew. How did you do that? Said Rocco. I found rapid fire, said Raffy. Where is it? Press that button. Wow! The boys blasted every single piece of popcorn until none was left.
Okay, I have one last idea,
Said Beepo. What's that? Said the boys. Beepo pressed a button on his control panel and a giant net popped out the back of the spaceship. Then he flew around through all the blasted pieces of popcorn and collected it all. Then he flew down to the planet. All the people were cheering. You have saved us, yelled one of the little aliens down on the ground.
And we brought popcorn,
Said Beepo. It turns out that when you blast a giant piece of popcorn into tiny pieces, you get lots of little pieces of popcorn.
Popcorn for everybody,
Said Beepo as he opened up the net and it started to rain popcorn down on all the tiny little aliens. Hooray!
Hooray! Hooray!
They all yelled. The boys all laughed.
Okay, boys, we better get you back to bed. It is very late.
Yes, said Rocco. Yeah, said Raffy. I'm feeling very tired.
Okay, well, you sit in your chairs and we will activate bed mode.
Oh, that sounds good, said the boys. Is it this one, said Raffy.
Not that one,
Said Beepo. When Raffy pressed the button, pillows started blasting from every corner of the spaceship straight towards them. Hey!
That was pillow fight mode. It is this one,
said Beepo. As he pressed the button, the boys' chairs laid back and they both went to sleep. The next morning, the boys both woke up in their own beds. Oh, did that really happen? Said Rocco. I think so, said Raffy. Their mum walked in. Well, boys, how was your trip with Beepo? Well, said the boys, I don't think you'd believe us, even if we told you. And that is the end of the story.
This episode is brought to you by Beepo's Popcorn Machine. That is my popcorn machine. No, it is mine because I collected all the little pieces.
No, I was the one that thought of the idea.
It was me who made the invention. Okay, I guess we will call it Beepo, Bonigo, and Thingy Whopper's Popcorn Machine. Much better. Okay, I can deal with that. Okay, we hope you have been enjoying the silly stories for kids. This has been me, Beepo.
And me, Sam. We'll see you soon.